morning, you guys. It's day number 103 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. I've been getting into an ice bath, yes, on purpose, every single day for the entire year of 2022. There is the ice bath. I will be getting into that momentarily here in just a few minutes. I will be getting into it for 5 minutes. So let's take a peek at what the temperature is today. 32.1 degrees Fahrenheit today, you guys. So nice and chilly, nice and cold right there in the ice bath. Still making big, beautiful chunks of ice. The Morozko Forge. So this is the company that I have used. Again, a lot of people think I'm getting paid by them. I don't get any money from them. That is something I purchased on my own, and it was something I wanted because I've been doing ice bath therapy for a little while. And yeah, I wanted to have something that made it more convenient. Voila! An ice bath that makes its own ice and filtrates the water. Yeah, baby. Lou Jean says you're already red. Yes, I'm red. I get that little anticipated thermogenesis that happens, and so that kind of makes me a little bit red, but that's good. All right, so guys, today the topic I want to talk about is an important one because a lot of people are like, Jimmy, there's no possible way that you actually want to do an ice bath every single day. What do you do on those days that you just don't feel like getting in an ice bath? I want to address that here today because it speaks to the heart of motivation and why I do this. So hang tight, we'll get to that in a minute. I will tell you, stick around, because when I'm out of the ice bath, those of you that are new, one of the things that I do is I go on a walk. So we'll walk around my neighborhood and I'll talk to you, answer any questions you have, interact with you. All right, let me take it off the Wi-Fi. I just noticed I forgot to do that again. Okay, we're off the Wi-Fi. We can set it down, get into the ice bath, and do this thing. Let's get it done. All right. All right, 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Okay, you guys, so yeah, like, a lot of people see me get into this ice bath every day and they're just like, how do you do it every single day? 5 minutes in a 32-degree ice bath. How in the world do you convince yourself to do it? You can't possibly want to do that every single day. You're not wrong. There are days where I have those thoughts of, ugh, again, But I think about it in every area of life. How many people start an exercise routine and they go to the gym and they're, real excited about it for a period of time, but then suddenly they kind of go, ugh, again, I don't feel like it. So I think there are varying levels of those days on why you don't want to do something, whether it's valid to take a rest day, which I have talked about before, and I have done once on this program, versus you just don't want to do it. Like, I think there's a big difference between just kind of I don't feel like it and I don't think I should do it because I need to recover. So I have a lot of the I just don't want to do it kind of popping in my head. And in fact, it happened today. It was around 3 o'clock. I was super tired. I'm like, I just want to go lay down, which I did. I went and laid down to try to rest and kind of get my head straight. And I literally just woke up like 15 minutes ago. And it was nice to be able to just lay down, rest a little bit. And when I woke up and felt better, then I was ready to come do the ice bath. So I think sometimes we make ourselves tired. We psych ourselves out of something. But what I always do is put the focus back on why am I doing this? Am I doing this just for kicks and giggles? Or am I actually doing this because I know it's providing me so many great benefits physically and mentally? And when I remind myself of why I'm doing this, it makes you a little more motivated to want to do this. All right, I'm running out of time. It's a bad glare. I can't see how much time is left, but I know it's getting close. Let me go ahead and go under the water. I'll see you guys in a second. And just to get to the woo part is so worth it. I don't think I'll ever get tired of saying woo at the end after going under the water, coming up and feeling like a badass. No, that will never get old. That initial getting in, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, Sheila says, sound a little bit like Ric Flair. Yeah, he's got the woo thing. He had the woo thing going on. Yes. Nature boy, Ric Flair. I guess you're going to have to call me Ice Boy instead of Nature Boy. Ice Boy, Jimmy Moore. Woo! Yes, yes. You have to know, or you have to admit, that does make it entertaining to watch the video, right? Yes, yes. So we're going on a walk now. But yeah, guys, you're not always going to feel it. You're not always going to like it. It's one of those things that I do it not for the pleasure of doing it itself, but for the knowledge and foreknowledge of knowing what it's going to do for me. There is such motivation for you to do something if you know what the end result is going to be. Let's go back to the gym analogy. If you see somebody who you know, they go to the gym, they're kind of scrawny when they first start, but then they start going to the gym for about 3 or 4 months, and you notice dramatic changes in their body composition where they become much more muscular. That's going to be pretty motivating for you, right? Like, you will watch them and say, whoa, I want what they want and what they got. And so if you keep that vision of, hey, I saw the change in my friend, I want to see that change in me, then it gets you motivated, right? Even though in the day-to-day of it, it can be overwhelming, it can be painful, you can be sore, you may not get the same results as your friend. Like, there's so many moving parts that would make it harder in the day-to-day. But if you keep big picture in mind, that changes everything. And the same with ice baths. You see somebody like me get in here, and you're just like, he makes that look easy. And you don't realize in that day-to-day of doing this, I don't always want to do it. I'm not always motivated to get into the cold. It sucks. Like, I'll admit it. Getting into cold water ain't very pleasant. And so your brain, even though I've done it every day now for 103 days, your brain is still going to scream, hey, bruh, dude, the hell you doing? And that's going to make you not want to do it. It's going to make you not feel like it. And like I said, just today, a couple hours ago, I didn't feel like it. I didn't really want to do it. But one thing that does help is accountability. You guys, I come on this ice bath every day. If I didn't show up at 5 p.m. Eastern, I would get my inbox flooded with so many DMs from people. Are you okay? There's no ice bath today. You have to be there. You guys would be worried about me. And I love that, by the way. And so, no, this is a motivation thing. And I know why I'm doing this. I know the purpose and what this is all about for me. And that's what keeps me going. That's why I continue on day after day after day, even in those moments where I'm like, I don't really want to. I don't really want to. And so you're going to have those days. So don't feel bad if you get in a habit of doing this. And also, here's the other thing. Don't feel bad if you decide you don't feel like it and you just don't do it a day. I'm not saying, and I'm trying not to communicate, at least I'm going to make it clear here, this is not what I'm communicating. I don't think you need to do an ice bath every single day. Jimmy's doing this just to test it, just to see how a human body can handle it. That's really all this is. This challenge I'm doing in 2022 is all about. It's not to tell you do one daily. Just like when I did fasting in preparation for my book for the Complete Guide to Fasting. When I did those fasting, I did 21 days of fasting. Now, I don't think most people need to fast for 21 days, but I did it just to see how far the human body could be pushed. And so I never would say everybody needs to do 21 days. In fact, now I would say nobody needs to go that far unless you're in extreme health, you're in bad health. Bad health and obesity, maybe 21 days every once in a while wouldn't be a bad idea. And so ice baths, same thing. I think figure out what the dosage is for you, and even cold showers, any kind of cold exposure. Figure out what the dose is for you, and then do it in the appropriate amounts at the appropriate frequency. Maybe you find you do a lot better when you do them 2 to 3 times a week rather than daily. That's cool. That's cool. But figure all that out. All right, let me scroll back to the top. See who all's here today. They're still doing lots of construction right next to my house. I recorded a podcast earlier, and they had big cat machines out here that were pushing the dirt around, and it was shaking my whole house when they were doing that when I was on the air, my camera was shaking. You guys that were watching my interview earlier, I don't know if you noticed that or not, but it's getting a little annoying, all the noise from the construction. They're putting up apartments right there, right next to my property. Linda's here, Jacqueline, Agata, Lugene, Michelle, Kathy, David, Texas Livingston, Sheila, Lugene, Bulletproof Coconut, go Jimmy, Nath Walker, Emily, at Berla, Oscar, M. Walkingshaw, Beth, Carnivore Runner, Nutrient Densities, Shell, 8 Leslie, MSVP, Healthy for Tomorrow. Sheila says the Ric Flair thing, yes. Stay tuned daily. I do the woo at the end of every ice bath. That's kind of my signature now. When my friend Sharon, who's on here now, when she got into her swimming pool in her backyard a few days ago, and she stepped down into that cold water and said 77 baby, and then got in, and then at the very end she's like, I'm not dipping my head, I'll get my hair wet. I can't get my hair wet. I clipped in on the reel that I posted a little video of me going woo at the very end. So I got you, Sharon. I put a woo in on that video for you. Carrie's here. Sheila's laughing at my woo. Holly is here. Nikki. And right on cue, there's Sharon. I almost missed you, she said. You didn't miss me, my dear. You've been one of my faithful followers of this Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. I appreciate that. Jules is here. 2016 Hope. Patricia. LaRue. Eric. Damarie. So thank you all for being here today. Really appreciate you supporting me. 103 days now, you guys. I've been at this, going into a 32-degree temperature ice bath every single day, 5 minutes at a time. I was thinking earlier today about my upcoming trip. So not next week, but the week after that, I need to leave probably on that Tuesday and make my way towards Austin, Texas. So if you didn't hear, or if you're just joining in and you haven't heard this, I'm going to the Paleo FX conference in Austin, Texas at the end of the month. The actual event is the 29th and the 30th of April, and then May 1st. And so I'm going to give a talk on childhood trauma being a root cause of, and a hidden cause of obesity and disease. Anyway, so I'm driving from South Carolina, which means there are going to be some ice baths that are going to be in a hotel room. There's going to be creativeness when it comes to doing cold therapy. And I'll show you that when I'm on the road. I'm going to really try hard to hold to the 5 p.m. Eastern. Although when I go to Paleo FX, I'm on Central Time Zone there. It's when I can get it in, and I'll do the best I can to just do the live and let you know when it is. I don't have any control over that right now, but when I'm traveling and I'm able to, I will definitely let you know. Pay attention to my stories. Always go into my stories on Instagram. They also show up on Facebook, and you'll know when I'm going live. But that is the plan. See if we can do this ice bath thing. I want to keep it going, obviously. And look, if logistically it makes it difficult, there will be days where I might be like, all right, guys, it's a crazy day. I don't know where I'm going to fit in an ice bath. I'm going to skip today, but I'll make it up tomorrow. So that's okay. And that was kind of the overriding message of today's video is it's okay if you don't feel like it. It's okay to take a day off. I'm just showing you what the body is capable of, not what the body should be doing. I hope that I've made that super clear, because people always did that to me when I've done other experiments before. When I did keto, I pushed the fat to like 75 to 80% fat sometimes. People are like, you don't have to eat that much fat. I'm like, I know. I'm proving to you that you can and still see results with ketosis. Same with fasting. You don't have to fast for 21 days. No, you don't. You're right. You don't have to. But the point is that you can. And so what I do with these ice baths, you don't have to do an ice bath every day. It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't need to go that cold. You don't need to go that long, 5 minutes. You're right. I don't have to do any of them. But I'm proving that you can, and you can survive. I hope that comes through loud and clear. Not asking you to mimic me. I'm just asking you to look at what I'm doing and asking yourself, all right, if he can do that much, what little bit can I do? What little bit can I do? Because if you're doing nothing, I think you're robbing yourself. I think you have plenty of opportunity to get some benefit out of this. And don't compare yourself to others. People are doing this constantly. Well, I only was in 55 degree water and I was only in like 2 minutes. Okay, you did 55 degrees for 2 minutes. That's pretty badass. And you need to be proud of that. Don't let the comparison game stifle you. Don't let it discourage you. I think we do this too much across the board when it comes to health stuff. Well, so-and-so did 48 hours of fasting, so I've got to do 72. Oh, you're going to do 72. Watch this. I'm going to do a week. Oh, well, you do it with bone broth. I'm going to do it with water and salt. I'm better. And it seems this whole mentality of trying to one-up everybody. I'm sorry, this isn't a pissing match. This is my health. I'm doing this for me. And I want you to take on that attitude that you don't have to prove yourself about anything. You've got nothing that's a responsibility to share with anybody else. This is for you. You. And what you want to do, what you feel like you're capable of, what your goals are. And when you remember that, it'll change your perspective. You'll just put head down and go. Head down and do the things that you know you need to do. And I hope that's an encouragement to those of you today that you feel like you have to play that comparison game. Trust me, I know it's hard when you see people out there and they're go-getters and they're doing the things that they want to do for themselves, but plus also within the context of where they are in their journey. Jimmy Moore is in year 3 of doing cold therapy. There's no way you can watch me get into an ice bath and possibly compare yourself to someone who's in his 3rd year of doing this and make yourself feel bad for only doing 55 degrees. That makes sense? So be kind to yourself. Be compassionate. Love on that beautiful soul that you are. And then watch the results. Watch what happens when you do you and you amaze yourself. I'm going to always be an encouragement to you guys, so I hope that was encouraging to you. If you're watching this on the replay and you're on YouTube or on Facebook or even here on Instagram, go follow me over on Instagram at Livin' Low Carb Man, LIVIN LOWCARBMAN. Once you're there, you can join me live 5 p.m. Eastern Time every single day here in the year 2022, getting into a 32 degree ice bath, Fahrenheit ice bath every single day for 5 minutes. And it has been such a ride, you guys. I've enjoyed the camaraderie with all of you. Dawn Marie says me. Sharon says on point. Keisha's here. I've really enjoyed the community aspect of this. Look, you know, how exciting is it to see a dude get into an ice bath and freeze his butt off? Like, probably not that exciting. Hopefully the commentary that I provide is what's exciting and why you stick around. But I really appreciate why you're here. I don't care. The fact you are here, I'm grateful. I'm appreciative so much of you guys. You have been my cheerleaders all along the way, and I'm excited to see what happens next. So let me get out of here for now. Tomorrow, you guys, do not miss this. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, the 14th of April, I have the great Dr. Stephen Gundry on my podcast. So he's going to be on Instagram Live. So go follow me if you're watching this on the replay other than Instagram and join in. I'm going to interview him. He's got a brand new book the keto code, and it's just going to be amazing. And he is a brilliant man. I've interviewed him a couple of times before with the Plant Paradox, and then one other time before that. And he's just a super nice guy, super knowledgeable guy, very nerdy. So I'm going to pick his brain about some of the misconceptions about ketogenic diets. So don't you dare miss that. And I'll be back here at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, day 104 of this Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. So thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll be back again soon. Bye, everyone.